unedited. We coming on late tonight. We need some grown folks on here. Grown folks tonight. Man, grown folks tonight. Live, uncut, unedited. Come on on. Come on on. Come on in. Come on in. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. And shame the devil. All right. We looking for grown folks tonight. Grown folks only. No babies. We looking for grown folks. No babies. Grown people tonight. No babies. No babies. Grown people tonight. No babies. I'll make sure y'all send me some stars now. Support your boy Martin G with some stars. It's gonna be lit tonight, as the young folks say. It's gonna be lit. We on late for a reason. No babies. No babies. No babies tonight. We need grown people. Grown people tonight. We're talking about relationships. How do you know your new partner? All right, come on. Come on in. Relationship tonight. Patricia, what's going on? Nathan, what's going on? Relationship tonight, bro. All right. Hey, Barbara. All right. I'm his voice. Okay. Let me change them. So let me get my little ticker going on here so I can put it across here so they won't be bugging me. We bugging me. All right. Where's it at? All right. Cause we're gonna get this rolling tonight. We're gonna get it rolling tonight, y'all. And I need you guys to come and talk to me. Yeah. I need y'all to call in. All right. We talking about relationships tonight. That's what we want. That's what we want, and that's what we're gonna talk about, relationship. Now we don't want to get on politics now. We want to be on relationship tonight. All right. Relationships. That on my little thing, and I'm on y'all to call in, and we do our thing. Let me give y'all the title of my thing tonight. All right. All right. Now the correct title. Give you the title of my thing. Let me get it right now. Y'all know I'm a little slow. I went to public school, so how to know if you can take your new partner serious. That's what we're talking about tonight. How to know if you can take your new partner serious. All right, this is live, uncut, unedited, people. All right. Don't worry about who ain't on here. So just let's focus. We're gonna be taking some calls in. Make sure you leave your boy some stars. I'm his voice. Good evening. Cassandra Clark, what's going on? Barbara Ray, what's going on? I see you again, Nathan. Patricia Robinson, Wanda Well, what's up, Wanda? Gilda Simone, Vicky Gavin, all right. Lavita Ross, Tamara, all right. Michelle Richardson, okay. Donna Williams, what's going on? We talking about Candy Apple. We talking about relationship. Leslie Brandon Onstein. All right, let's take some calls. Let's get some calls. We're gonna get up right in. Call in number 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. And I think this is a subject where we lack in the black community when it comes to relationship. It's like a gender war. The males against the females and vice versa. It's like who make the most money. He can't tell me what to do. I pay all the bills. Now you can't have the masculine energy and the feminine energy. You can't have both of them. No, I'm not saying a woman can't use a masculine energy, but she got to know when to hold and when to fold. Real talk. Real talk. All right. All right. Let's get it rocking on. I need some callers. Y'all see the number on the screen. The number's on the screen, 872-297-6389, 872-299-0808. Come on, people. This is live, uncut. We're going to talk about it. We got some issues, man. Some people, you know what? Let me say this. When you meet somebody, you're probably thinking, okay, relationship. That's what you're probably thinking, relationship. All right. But they thinking, well, I ain't ready for no relationship. I just want to have a little fun. I want to be able to free to date whoever I want to date. You know, I'm open. So everybody is not up with all that. All right. What I'm saying, it's not, they're not up with it. Some people take dating real serious because I will say this: older a woman gets, it appears to be she lose, I will say, her potency, her youth, her prime. Her prime is declining. That's why you see older men with younger women, 10 years older than them. I mean, younger than them, 16 years. They, men do that. Men often do that. And when an older woman, she might want a younger man. It depends. It depends. It depends. It's no crime if she got a younger man now. It's no crime now. All right. All right. This late. This is grown folks talking now. We talk. This is what's up, Donald Williams. This is grown folks talking. Lock Queen, what's going on? I see you. This is grown folks talking. And Nicole Smith, what's up, Nicole? Bro, Drew, what's up, man? And we be getting a lot of problem with women. Women, the first thing they say, I don't need no man. I got my own everything. Do you really have your own everything when you're receiving government assistance, government housing, your link card? Do you really have your own? All right. I need some folks to call in tonight. If you dating a woman, and I'm speaking from a man's perspective, if you're dating a woman and you ask the woman, now you guys been talking for about a week or so, we'll give it a week. You ask her where she live, and she don't tell you. And she don't tell you what that does. Somebody tell me, what's that all about? Help me out. Help me out. You ask a woman, she's so secretive. What's up with that? So when a woman is so secretive, this is what I think. I think either she's in a shelter or she's living with someone, preferably a male, or even girlfriend. Girlfriend, I'm talking about. So what's the big secret? You don't want to tell nobody where you live at. But you know where the male live at, but he don't know where you live at. And what's the big thing with these women? They don't want to take a picture with you. They don't want to take a picture. What's up with that? Somebody help me out. I'm a little slow. Somebody help me out. Somebody got to call in. Y'all see the number on the screen. Call in. We talking about relationships tonight, people. It's late tonight. A lot of us got to get up in the morning and go to work. The children should be asleep. They should be asleep. All right. Women, how do you know when a man is really being truthful with you? How do you know? And I'm going to tell you, women, just don't assume that men are single because they're talking to you, flirting with you, spending time with you, spending money with you. That don't mean necessarily they're single. Oh yeah, I said it. I said it. All right. I think I got me a caller call in. All right. I got a caller. Let me take me a sip of my water. Yeah. All right. Caller, if you hear me, 7708. Let's talk about it. We've been on 9 minutes. Let's talk about it. Come on, caller. You're live, uncut, unedited. Yeah, I hear you. Hold on. I even got you connected to my thing. Hold on. Let me connect you to my Bluetooth. For some reason, I didn't connect to Bluetooth. I'm sorry. All right, go ahead, caller.
So the topic is how to know if you can take your new partner serious.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's hard, Martin, because you meeting people and it's like you see things and hear things, and you want to navigate the world with the old experience. Like you feel like, okay, I didn't live a little bit. I want to use my experience to make sure I move carefully in a new situation. But you want to give someone the benefit of the doubt. Like, man, I want to trust this person, but if I meet a woman, I assume that, especially if she look good and talk good, I'm assuming that at least two or three guys trying to get to know her, sending her good morning, beautiful text, good night, queen. You know, somebody talking to you. I ain't
Mm.
just popping your life, and I'm the only guy that's trying to give you attention. I don't believe it. So I'm already knowing that okay, it's competition. And at some point, I'm hoping that she focus more attention on me than the other people. But I think it's safe to assume that most women are entertaining, not to say sleeping with, or entertaining somebody once you cross paths with them. They had a life before they met you.
Mm-hmm.
Is she going to have the discipline to say, all right, I'm rocking with him now. I'm going to cut off these other guys? Or do she like the attention from multiple dudes? I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. But it's hard to really trust a new situation with everything that's going on, especially a lot of women that's on social media, TikTok, Instagram. A lot of women, the typical woman, got at least 20, 30 men fans.
Uh,
So if she used
but
to sharing herself with the public, how is she going to be exclusive to you? So I don't know how you could take someone serious these days. I really, not to say I lost
yeah.
faith, but man, it's tough right now.
Listen to this. Latoya Monet said they know they don't be single because that man disappears, laugh out loud, no holidays and birthdays, etc. Wow. Okay. Other words, he'll disappear on his birthday and holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas and all of that. That'll tell you right there. That will tell you right there. One sign. Oh, I just want to throw that out there. She put that out there. And vice versa, go for women too. And I'm gonna just tell you, when a person is so secretive, top flight secretive, I'm thinking they're hiding something. Now, I'm not saying you got to tell your whole life story the first time you meet a person, but if you're going to date with a person, you need to know about his health status or her health status. I mean, if y'all going to sleep with each other, no matter if you're going to use a condom or not, you need to know what's going on. How many times you been to the clinic? Have you ever had an STD? Some of us, we don't even have these conversations with these women. When the last time you had sex? How many sex partners you had in your life? I mean, men and women be wanting to know that. And some of us, we're afraid to ask that. Well, I don't care what Martin, that was before me. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, that's you. You know, is it anything in your past you think if it might come up, you think I need to know? Oh yeah, Martin, I stripped from I was age 18 to 21. I was stripping. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Yes, baby, I went to prison for 3 years for something I didn't do. Or I was accused of messing with a minor. The girl told me she was 18, coming to find out she was only 15. So I'm telling you that now. So if it come out, somebody say I'm a pervert or something, like I'm just letting you know. I mean, you got to give people options to let them know that you're going, if you're going to deal or play, deal or shuffle or both. Am I making myself sense? 7708.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah, I mean, we need to ask that. I mean, we're going to get in an intimate relationship and we talking about growing in a relationship. We need to know something about one another. You know,
Right.
don't have me giving you 100% and you give me 20%. That ain't gonna work. And I'm gonna tell you,
Exactly.
ladies, you go ahead, brother.
No, I'm listening. I'm listening. My fault. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you, ladies, it's not all about what you want, ladies. You might want a big house, a home with a backyard, a car, and all that vacation once or twice a year. What you got to offer beside open up your legs? You got to have something. You don't want to cook. You don't keep a clean house. You want to you want to go out every other weekend. I mean, come on now. Come on now. Some got to give. You want all these wife duties, all these husband duties, but you're not performing like a wife. You just taking, 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 taking. Then when I call you up on the carpet, now I'm tripping. We still talking about relationships, people. Relationships. I'm hoping I'm making sense. We talking grown folks now. Any babies on here, excuse yourself. This is grown folks talking. Now, a lot of us is in our 40s and 50s, late 30s. Man, we got to make a move. I'm telling you, how long you think we could be pimp player, Himalaya, and all that stuff? Old school talk, y'all. Old school talk. Or the female guy, a man to get her hair done, a man to take her shopping, a man to take her to the laundromat, a man to take her to the grocery store, pick up. Females, let me tell you, your body count is going up. They say every time a man enter into you, that becomes soul ties. Vice versa, men too. So we ought to be honest with one another if we're going to deal. If we're going to have fun, be friends with benefits, or we just friends. We talking about relationships now. Now, some of you men, you know you shacking up with your woman, but you on Facebook playing single. That's another thing. Your status say single, and you're not single. You're doing that because your woman is not on social media. It's real. 7708, you got something to say, make a comment? Let me read some of these comments down there. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I mean, you right on. So, if I'm looking to, I think it's important something you.
I can't hear you, brother. I can't hear you, brother.
Oh, my fault. I was on mute.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I need to, something you had first said was, what you hit it right on the head. So if I'm thinking of you want to be in a serious relationship and I'm entertaining a woman who want to party, that's not going to work out.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know, it's important for me to know what her head is and for her to know what my head is. Because if I'm looking at your health history to see if your family got any type of mental illness, any type of drug usage, I'm trying to see what I'm finna get into. I want to see what because not only if, let's say I want to get married, not only am I marrying you, I'm marrying the whole family.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to know what type of medicine in your cabinet. You know what I'm saying? I need to know how you handle conflict, how you manage your money. Otherwise, we're just going to have fun. I'm just going to take you to the motel or something.
Mm-hmm. That sounds about right.
Like I said, it's just hard to take the typical situation serious again, not knowing that when you meet someone, they probably talking to someone. And not to say they involved, but they probably talking to somebody.
Mm. Well, I'm like this, bro. When it comes to relationships, it's going to take a special woman for me anyway. I already know that. You got to be able to deal with the public. I can't, because I'm in a relationship, I can't stop taking pictures with people and people stopping to talk to me because what I do. So you got to have an understanding person. I think a lot of women, I've seen this guy. Oh, I wish I had the clip. Oh my God, I don't have it. He asked 3 women. I think he was on the Cancun. He asked them one question: how much a man got to have to date you? And they were saying 6 figures, 150, 150. One said about 75, at least that. You know. Then he asked another question. So if he don't have that, he can't date. No, I wouldn't date a man that make less than me. You know. So it was another question he asked. But then the last question he asked, he said, which one of you guys are married? And they looked at each other, none of us. He said, that's why you're not married. Because you want a whole lot but you're not willing to put out nothing. See,
Yeah.
I want to tell the young ladies tonight, yes, we are physical. Yes, we get caught up in your booty, your thighs, and your breasts, and your hair, your teeth, your eyes. We get caught up in that. But that don't pay no bills. Trust me. When we get tired of looking at you, and we will, when the sex get bored, and it will, what is it that we got to hold on to each other? Or do we just kick you away and go get another one until we find the right one? How many people do we have to go through to deal with to find the right person? That's a good question, too. Good question. Somebody said, keep trying until you get the right one. That's a good question.
Right.
Go ahead.
I know some women that take that approach, and I know some women, right? They can't be in a relationship unless the sex is good. I met a woman. She talking about, well, look, talking good and this or that, but I need to, if the sex ain't good, then we won't have no relationship. I said, we might as well get the sex out the way then. Ain't no need in getting to know you. We might as well start there.
Yeah, makes
But
sense.
if we start there, understand, I'm not gonna take you serious at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you think you're gonna sleep your way to a good man, I think that's a horrible approach. But that's the approach for a lot of people out here.
Yeah.
They prioritize sex so much. It's like, well, if this what you want, just put it out there. But they get to know you first from your sexual compatibility.
Yeah, I told who was that? I told somebody something. No, somebody made a post on social media. They were saying men are chasing big booties and the women are chasing the wallets. My.
Huh?
I was like, wow.
That sounds about right.
Well, let me just say that every man don't like a big booty though. I tell you, some men every man have their preference. You got some men they got a feet fetish. You got some men they like hair. Some men like pretty white teeth that turns them on, or pretty eyes. Would say some men like long hair. It depends on the man. The scripture said, "Beauty is in the eye of the beholder." So that's what it is. So, ladies, come on. I need to hear from a lady tonight. Y'all see the number on the screen, 872-299-0808. And I know it's late. 872-297-6389. If you can't get through with one number, try the other number. All right. Now, listen, I'm sorry. I'm not taking no anonymous callers. I see somebody just called me anonymous. It just ain't going to happen. I'm sorry. It ain't going to happen. You got to call with your number showing. It's not going to happen. You have my number. I want your number. Simple as that. Not going to happen. You have my number. I want your number. All right, anonymous call. I can't take your call.
Come on, Martin. This is one.
I hung up on him. Come on now. You got to show me your number. You call this live. Yeah. Oh, that's much better. Show that number. That's what I'm talking about. Show that number. I'm not going to give nobody your number. I promise you that. And I promise you, I'm not going to go back and call you, secretly call you. I'm not going to do them things. I don't do that. I don't do that, people. I'm not going to do that. All right, I got a new caller, 8135. Come on, caller.
Hi, my name is Michelle. I was just thinking, people have made comments about bodies, big booties, and all that, but it should be based on love. Love covers a multitude of sin, and we're talking about physical body.
Right.
Yeah, you might start off with a big booty, but it's not going to always be big.
Right. Hold on,
health comes in that. You understand?
Right.
You might be fine today. Cancer might come tomorrow.
That's right.
So it has to be built on love. God is love. And like I said, whether, because we based on, like I said, big booties and this, that, and the other, based on big feet and big hands. That don't mean that you dropping it like that. He guess he got big hands. Don't mean he got big
Right.
things.
Right.
You know,
That's
we're
right.
based on, you know, things that people say. But we have to be based on love. Love will cover a multitude of sin. So that's
Right.
all I have to say.
Okay. Well, listen. Okay. Now, what if everybody don't have that concept? You know, what
Well,
if
if they don't have that concept, I don't think it'll last.
okay. You know, are you married?
I'm a widow, but I was married for 41 years.
Okay.
I met my husband at 17. I got married at 20. And so, like I said, I'm a widow right now. Like I said, I can say it's based on love. Of course, when we first met, we was all the way in love, and you know, we had our ups and downs, but we had more ups than we had downs.
Okay. I wanna say this too. You got people they can't stay married 2 years, a year. They out of it. They out of it. I mean, listen. Let me just say this. Why is it that Hollywood give us this fairy tale marriage type? Everything is so perfect. You get a home, vacation, children and grandchildren, and no, they don't show the part where disagreements come, fallouts come, and you don't see that no
Yes,
more. You don't see that.
yes, you're right, Martin. You're so right.
You don't see that. Mm-mm-mm.
You are so right.
Yeah.
Martin, may I ask the sister, so how did you know you could trust him? When did you know?
Well, I just never felt that I could trust him. I just, just went with my feeling because nobody I trust but God. He's the only one that I could say will never let me down. Man will let me down. I will let myself down because I'm human.
Okay.
We're all humans.
Yeah.
We're not perfect.
Okay.
Even on my best days, I will err.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. Do me a favor. I need you guys to do me a favor. I'm gonna disconnect from you guys, and I need you guys to call back because there's one person on this line playing games. I'm gonna block them. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello?
You can hang up.
Hello?
Listen, man.
Hello?
Listen.
Hello?
What's up?
Hello?
Yes.
Oh, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I need you to cut your Facebook down.
I can't, okay. I kept wondering because I know I can hear everyone, but okay, yeah, I cut it down now. Yes, I just want to be involved in it. I want to play it.
Okay.
But I didn't think that you heard me because the other two kept speaking.
No, I heard you, but see, the thing is, ma'am.
So everything down.
Hold on. Okay. The thing is,
Okay.
the problem that I'm having with you is you calling anonymous. We don't accept anonymous.
I know.
calls. So okay, it's nothing personal. I promise you, I've never went back and called somebody or gave somebody a number. I just if you have my numbers, I like to see your numbers too, because we dealing with a corrupt society. So but go ahead. I'm gonna allow you to go through this time. Go ahead. What do you have to say, ma'am? Hello, ma'am. Now what happened? Hello? Hello?
Okay. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
I'm here. Go ahead.
See, I'm messing with all.
All right. She don't know how to operate a phone. Wow. In the meanwhile, 7708, what's going on with you, bro? In the meanwhile.
I like that the sister was talking about how you gotta trust in the Lord. Like that's very interesting. She's my elder, so I'll be listening to my elder to see people that seem to make their work. It's a different generation now. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see how they put things together, how they manage to stay together for so long. Because I can't seem to put it together. Maybe it's me.
Well, now, if you listen to her closely, and I hope she's still listening, she said she really didn't trust her husband. Like she trusted God.
Right. Yeah.
So she has some doubts about his behavior, whatever. So, but they stayed together, you know. They stayed together though. But she said she trusts God. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very mature approach right there. That's a very
Right.
faithful approach. I don't know if I could be that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. So, so
Uh,
41 years. 41
yeah,
years.
so I do know that no one's perfect, and you're gonna have to deal with some
Right.
stuff. But where do you draw the line? You know what I'm saying? To your earlier point, if someone withholding stuff from you, they don't want to bring you around their place, they don't want to tell you about themselves. I'm not just gonna put up with anything.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta disclose some stuff. Disclosure. I'm gonna disclose some things. I'm gonna be vulnerable in some way. Like it gotta be a two-way street. It can't be one person, you know what I'm saying, exposing themselves and the other person protect themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't never gonna work that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, listen, people. A lot of us have been beat upside the head, not literally beat up. I'm just saying in these relationships. And a lot of times we have to ask ourselves a question. Do we want what we want, or do we want what God wants us to have? I'm going to say it again. Do we want what we want, or do we want what God wants us to have? Now, men, I can speak for men. Men, we love we go on looks. We don't go on your master's degree. We don't go on your high bankroll, your high paying salary job, or none of that. We go off looks. And you wonder why some men choose a woman that's less educated, less sophisticated, and you wonder, like, okay, why is he choosing her? I got my own car. I got my career, my job. I'm not begging. He don't have to worry about me asking for nothing. It's not even that. It's what he like. What he like and what he's willing to put up with. And trust me, lady, I don't care how good your sex is. Trust me. A prostitute can sex you up too as well. And if that man got lust in his heart, he's still going to look at another woman. Still going to look at another woman. Now, are you willing to put up with that? Are you willing to stay? Well, you say, well, Martin, this is just a financial arrangement. He pays the bills. I do what I do. He do what he do. And we just a happy family. Cool. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Everything that's smiling is not happy. And all goodbyes ain't gone at all. Y'all excuse my English. Listen, some of these relationships ain't cut out what it looked like to be. I'm going to tell you, you got to fight to love somebody. I heard a preacher say this one time, 7708. He said that if you love me less than you loved me last year, you hate me. Because when you love somebody, you love them. You love them. You love them. The marriage vow said for better, for worse, or sick, for rich or poor. But there's a lot going on out here, people. And when we don't come clean with our partner, a lot of men go outside of their relationship, have sex with another woman. Why? Some men may have a foot fetish, but their wife is not into that. So they're going out and get it. But instead of you talking to your wife about what you like in the bedroom, talk to her. She might be willing to try it one time with you. You have some men out here, they like certain things. They like to role play in the bedroom, but they wife or their girlfriend don't like that. They don't like it. We can't base our relationship on sex only. Can't do it. Can't do it. It got to be a balance. Can't do it at all. Can't do it. So if a woman or a man can't tell you where he live at, or never invite you over his house, something ain't right. Something ain't right, period. And when you ask him or her a question, I'm talking about male and female now. I'm not talking about male and male or female and female. I'm talking about male and female. That's what I'm talking about. When you ask him or her a question and they keep beating around the bush, when you ask them personal questions, when was the last time you been to the doctor? When was the last time you had sex? Tell me, you got to ask these questions if you're going to be in a relationship with somebody. Are there any medical issues in your family? What does cancer run in your family? Does cerebral palsy or some high blood pressure, diabetes? I mean, things you want to know is, if keloids, the overhealing skin. You have to ask some of these questions, Angela Williams said, I think communication, one accord, and support of their well-being emotionally and physically. Okay, I can go with that. All right, 7708, you got anything to say about that?
Yeah, that medical history is something else, because if you really be with someone for a while, you might end up being their caretaker. And it might be some things that you don't want to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
You might have to change somebody's diaper. If they fall on the ground, help them, I need to know all type of medical conditions, because some stuff, it might be too much for me to bear. Now, what person going to tell you that the first day they meet you on the first date? They're not going to, they wish you get emotionally involved.
Mm-hmm.
The way you loving them. Then they're going to tell you, man, if you would have told me this on day one, I would have stayed.
Mm-hmm. I see my partner on here, Vera Giles Norris. We got a new caller. Hey, Eric Cole. Hey, Vera, go ahead. You want to say something? We got a new caller.
Well, look, Martin,
go ahead.
Vera said something. Let the cat out the bag. What she say? The cat out the bag. She said, all nut is good enough when you're getting it. The cat is out the bag.
Ooh, oh, Lord, that the funny part is what God wants us to have.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, come on, 213, Eric Code. Come on.
Okay, I just want to piggyback on some of the stuff you guys saying.
Okay,
and I just got the end of what he said about someone wiping them or cleaning them, and then he said something else about he needs to know the health, what's going on in the family, what's happening. I'm curious to that right there, because I guess that will only if you're in childbearing years. Other than that, I don't really see the importance of asking those kind of questions if you're not having kids with nobody, because I would think that's kind of invasive if we're 55 or 60 years old and you ask me about my family and their health problems. So we having kids at 55 or 60, so that shouldn't really be important. So like I said, I'm just here to,
Okay. Well, let me ask you a question. When you want to know if a man was HIV positive, you did with a brother 65 or 64?
Oh, yes, definitely, because I'm not.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, you want to...
something like that. But at first he was saying, he made it seem more or less on the, if you're having a kid, because he said something, didn't he say something about cerebral palsy or something like that. Yeah, of course, but if, I like condoms, so...
I mean,
but still,
come on now. Let's be honest.
HIV.
Really, nobody like condoms, but you have to use them. If you want.
I don't like them, but
I know what you're saying. Right. I know what you're saying. Right. You get right. So
no, we don't.
I mean, that's why I'm having this title tonight: relationships. We're covering a lot of things, and we got to be honest. We have to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't expect if I get a woman. I'm 54 years old. I get a woman 35. Okay, that's still a young woman, but she grown. But do I expect a 35 or 40-year-old, now I'm 60, now she got to push me around a wheelchair? Around there. It can happen. Go ahead, sister.
You said, should you expect her, or you think that you shouldn't expect a 35-year-old to do that?
I don't expect no 35-year-old to do that.
See, I like the way you thinking. I like that.
I'm being honest with
you.
Because
you didn't do what you did before you got in your wheelchair. Then ain't no reason for you now that you in there and I'm 35. Now I got to push you. Now I can't do what you was doing at 35.
Right. I understand.
So that's only fair. Right.
That's only fair.
That's kind of like what I was taking the health thing, outside of HIV and sexually transmitted diseases. That's what I was saying. You asked me questions. to
Right.
things that I think should only be associated with certain ages. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, let me
Because
ask
we're
you.
not having kids at that time, and we're going. Go ahead. I'm
I
sorry.
want to ask you a question as being a woman, and hopefully
Mhm.
you'll be honest with me.
Mhm.
And I think
Okay.
I've asked this question maybe a couple of years ago. And I need you, before you answer it, just think about it, for let it process. Do the woman really falls in love with the man, or she falls in love what he can do for her and how he makes her feel? I'm gonna say that again. Do the woman really falls in love with the man, or she falls in love because the way he can make her feel or what he can do for her?
For me, it's how you make me feel. But if you have people that's just not used to having things and able to get things for themselves or take care of themselves in whatever way that satisfies them, then they will more or less go towards the money. But for me, I have a thing, money don't turn me on, and sex I can turn on and off. So it's more or less how you treat me.
Okay, but you didn't answer the question.
Like, cause
You really didn't answer the question.
I
Do-
fall in love with the way you treat me. I fall
okay,
in love with
that's
the way you
okay.
treat
Okay,
me.
that's it.
Because to me, that's a given. If you love someone, and y'all love each other, y'all gonna make sure that y'all have something. That's how I look at that. That's the reason why when I hear people saying 6 figures and 7 figures, I'm like, that's why relationships don't last, because what you basing your relationship on, it's not gonna have. Because if the next person come along with more than what he got, more likely you're gonna run there or he's gonna run there. That's why I put that at the bottom. Like that, the sex and the money and stuff, to me, that's lower on my list. It's how you treat me, how you make me feel, you respect me, and all those things. Because if you, like I said, if you love someone, you're gonna make sure y'all have a roof over your head. If you love me that much and I love you and we love each other, that's a given. We're gonna make sure we get some rent paid, some bills paid. Like I be listening to people when they be talking about money. I'm like, okay, so sometimes y'all stand in the grocery store line, y'all sit there and have a conversation about who's gonna pay for what. It just be sounding weird to me sometimes. Like when I'm in relationships, whoever go in their pocket first, or I'm reaching, he reaching, both of us, it's just like we have a conversation about this, and people, oh, so you give me 50% and I'm like, people really sit down and have those conversations? I thought we just make sure bills get paid, like these are bills, this is the rent. We already know if we're going to go half or whatever, or if the bill is there and he might say, did you pay the bill? And then that particular time I might have paid and be like, okay, so that's already did. I didn't think people just really sit and just, I don't know, people make love hard to me.
All right. Now, I want to ask you
People make love hard to me.
I want to ask you another question. Still on. I got a new caller, but I think that's my partner. But
okay,
I'm asking you one more question. Now, what
All right.
about? And I'm asking you as a man, if a man can't perform to your standards in the bed, he can't satisfy you. How do you do this? How do you deal with that as being a woman?
Okay.
Be honest
Now,
now.
I just heard the man say something about sex. I'm going to be honest. Sex, people, even though it's low at the bottom of the list, when we get down there at the bottom, I do want it to be some good sex. But I'm a little aggressive in my own little way. So when I ever had those problems, let me lead and you follow. You know what I mean? If I figure he don't know what he's doing and he can't keep up, I'm going to show you what to do. You're going to get this. You're going to get it right. And I enjoy that, because then I can show him how I want to be made love to. But that get me going. My head gets to swelling. You don't know what he's doing? Because like at first, I ain't going to lie. Like, the purity, like if he a virgin, that does something for me.
You gonna turn him out, huh?
I kind of like that.
You gonna turn him out?
He a little nerdy, a little geeky, a little weird. I like that.
Oh, you gonna turn him out? At least you're adventurous. Let me go to the next caller. Don't go nowhere. Let me go to the next caller. I believe it's my partner, 6970. Hey, caller, 6970.
Yeah.
It's my partner.
Listen, it's me. I'm in the closet because I'm whispering.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm cracking up. no, I'm just talking crazy, but I am whispering because my house is kind of, resting. But check this out, Mark. If you not on Facebook acting crazy about these relationships, I am laughing. And even with the last question that you just asked the other caller, she hit the nail. She knocked it out the park because if a man don't know what he's doing, then it's a woman's responsibility to teach him. He got to be willing to learn. Now you can't be not knowing what you're doing and then confident and you ain't hitting it. No, I'm telling you, you not hitting it. So let me show you what I like, and I'm willing to allow you to show me what you like. Let's go to class. And any woman or any man that's willing to go to class, that's willing to take the lessons and learn it and perfect it. You got a winner every time. But here's the real truth about it. If I were to be honest, tell the truth and shame the whole devil.
Tell the
You
truth
can be
and shame the devil. Go ahead.
in that order. Meow. You could hit it out the park, Martin. But that is not going to stop a man or a woman from doing something else or finding something else. Sometimes the harder you holding it down at home, the bigger the enemy or the bigger the temptation. Because we ain't wrestling with flesh and blood. We wrestling against spiritual wickedness and principalities, strongholds,
Spiritual warfare.
all that spiritual. Hello. So again, we can't base it on how well you able to lay it down, flip it, and oh wow, thank me, beat me, pull my hair. You can do all that, and it's still somebody else over there saying, "I'm here and I'm available whenever you want me." And so now what you say? The longer you stay in a relationship, the more you know that it's going to take some prayer. It's going to take some going through some things in order to stay in any relationship. And I, it's going to take some. And I pity the person. Yes. And I pity the person who don't believe that when they say for better or for worse, for richer or for poor, that's real life if you're going to stay.
I was just telling someone the same stuff. I was like, if I take them vows, I'm taking them seriously. And it's that, sickness and in health. Like she said, like I said, spiritual warfare. You got it's work. It's work. Woo.
It's work.
But you know what?
Go ahead, Vera. Go ahead.
And I just want to say this, Mark, because I'm writing. Listen, and this ain't no shameless plug, but I already wrote the Book of Ruth anthology, How to Create New Chapters in Your Life, Amazon bestseller. Hello. But check this out. The next book is all about relationships. It's called Unleashed. And it's how to maintain your power or to get your power back when you've been in a toxic relationship. So that's all we're talking about is relationships. Because some people are literally fighting to get their power back because they lost it in a relationship because somebody cheated, because, there was a divorce or whatever the case may be. Somebody may have passed and people still can't get their power back because they're stuck. How do you help people move on, move past, that toxic relationship or that relationship that's just dead?
Vera, let me ask you a question. When you say toxic, go a little deep for me, such as, because some people, they like trouble. They like a little argument and a little pushing and shoving and, and open up phones and following. I mean, something like that action, I mean.
No, I don't like that. I don't like that. Go that far. I might snap
that turns some women on.
Yeah.
It turns some men on.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. I be like, okay, that's what you like. nigga, come here, give me that tap. No, just one.
Well, hey, we've been honest. This is where we
You're
tell
not
the
playing.
truth.
Yeah.
Tell the
I give it to
truth
you how you like
and
it now.
shame the devil. Yeah. I mean, because,
So,
go ahead, Vera.
no. Go ahead. I know you was during talk. Go ahead. I'm gonna go after you.
I lost my thought, but go ahead, Vera. Go ahead. I'm being submissive. Go ahead.
I messed it up. Listen, what I was gonna say, Martin, is you was asking me a question about what did I mean about a toxic
Yes.
relationship, because some people like, the chase and all that. See, that's not what I'm talking about. When I say toxic for you, I'm saying anything that's not helping you to prosper. I'm saying, if you get too many toxins in your body, then it causes dis-ease in the body. And so you have to release yourself of the toxins in order to be able to live and breathe. And so if you're in a toxic relationship, then guess what? There's no question about it, is that you can't live and breathe in a toxic environment. And so you have to learn how to, first of all, get the toxins out of yourself. You got to detox you, because a lot of times we in a toxic relationship because we show up toxic. So I always start with the man in the mirror and say, detox yourself. Let me detox me. Now, once I detox me and I'm looking at me and I'm seeing the toxins being released, I need you to get on the same level. I need us to be detoxing together. Let's fight over the toilet, trying to see who's gonna get there and release some of this SHIT the fastest. And I don't necessarily mean the toilet, but I'm talking about the toilet of life. You know what I mean? Like, man. So that's what I mean about, getting out of a toxic relationship. Sometimes we want to stay longer than, man, your time here is up.
But Vera.
And so you trying to.
But the easiest thing in a toxic relationship is to leave. Get out of it. That's the easiest thing I found to be. And it's the easy way out. Now, I heard people say, well, how you leave the frying pan and go to the skillet? Same thing, I think it's get to the point. What I say toxic is, what is it that we're not willing to tolerate? Now, that person may not be perfect, but he's perfect for us, for the individual who they with, And what I don't like, Vera, is single people trying to counsel married people. Don't like that. You ain't never been married. I'm not saying you don't know anything, but it's a difference. You got to walk that walk, cross that bridge.
Well, I don't like it both ways.
Yeah.
I don't like it both ways.
But if you ain't been where I've been,
for you and your marriage, it may not work for everybody else in their marriage. So that's why I said both ways for me.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. And to answer your question, Martin, never seek advice from somebody who ain't been where you been and ain't going where you going. What I look like standing at a stop sign trying to ask them, how do I go? I'm going to the green light to find out where. I'm not seeking advice from no stop sign when I'm trying to move. Because the stop sign is there for me to stop. I'm not asking nobody how to raise children, and you ain't never had one. You gotta be kidding me. What you want me to do? And so that's why when you say not seeking advice from married women, seeking advice from single, don't tell me nothing. And then here's the other thing: what may work for me, I don't care if it don't work for you. That ain't none of my business. That's your business. But what we do over in my household, I'm going to handle that. That's between me and my God. And I ain't seeking no outside advice about how I'm supposed to live my life and raise my children based off of what God has purposed me, what God has for me. So, and you said something key, and I'm going to end right here, Martin. You're right. Sometimes the easiest thing to do is to walk away. I only started with that because I do have to make room that sometimes you can't sit somewhere where you sitting on the nail and you study moaning and that nail is uncomfortable, get up and move. You ain't got to moan on that nail. Now, here's the other part is sometimes staying in a relationship, it's a tough titty, but you need the milk in order for you to become a better you. So that's why I say that when you removing the toxins from the relationship, the first thing you got to do is detox yourself. Because a lot of times, the biggest problem is you. Once you get rid of your stinking thinking, once you get rid of the strongholds and the soul ties and the generational curses, and once you step into breaking that for yourself, you realize you ain't got the problems that you thought you had.
Yeah.
But that's just me, Martin, and I'm gonna end with that. I'm gonna let somebody else talk.
Okay, I got something to say.
May I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
So, y'all both the ladies on here was talking about if a man is inexperienced, they would show him the way. I think, and Martin, I don't know if you can relate to this. First of all, I don't feel like I'm inexperienced, but I don't want a woman to show me too good. Hold on, where you learn that from? I don't want you to, you know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, you doing that too good.
Don't do that,
So
because
I'm just saying. Where you learn that from?
Oh my God!
So you talking about a grown woman? Let me just make sure I understand the question. You gonna ask a grown woman where she learned how she needs to be pleased and what make her feel good? You gonna ask her that? Because guess what, bro? If you talking to me and you telling me, flip it, rub it, whatever it is, you know, and I'm asking you, well, how you like that? I don't care how you like it. I don't care where you learned it from. What I need to do, step 1, 2, and 3, where I'm falling short, and how can I take what you like and perfect it on a whole nother level? I'm not asking questions about nothing that don't concern me. And any woman, anybody know the song Tweet? Whoops, there go my shirt up over my head. Oh my. If a woman can't please herself, and if she don't know what she like, you shoot in the dark anyway.
But he just blew me when he asked me that question, period, in the bed. It's over. Let's just stop right here.
It's a legit.
I've had that.
It's a legitimate question.
You just like, just because I learned to move, I got to move, doesn't necessarily mean I picked it up in bed with someone else. I could have looked at porn or seen something hot or seen a position in a book. You never know. Or my man may wonder, I'm not slow. I know what people do in the bed. And then, you know, do that in bed. Doesn't necessarily mean that I've picked it up from another man or doing it with someone. That's the quickest way to blow your woman. It probably be in with me. I had it happen once. And I'm like, I wish someone else would ask me something like that. But when we say teach you, like I said, lead and you follow. I'm not giving you a lesson like, okay, this is what we're going to do.
Sister, let me say this. From the man's perspective, I'm going to flip it around a little bit.
Okay.
Now, what if you meet a man and y'all have a sexual encounter and he go down on you and it's good? Wouldn't in your back of your mind you would say, man, who else he do like this? Wouldn't you say that to yourself?
I got my first.
No, I'm asking the question. I'm just asking the question.
I ain't asking where he got it from. I'm just mad because I didn't get close to do what I got. But this is okay. What you just said, right? That's cool with me. It really isn't something that, you know how some women just gotta have it. It's okay, because sometimes I can be like, okay, come on up, you know, I can stop you. You know what I mean? It's good.
No, that ain't what I'm saying. Hold on. That ain't that what I'm saying
I'm about to get to that part.
Okay, come on.
Because now if it's good, now for a person for me that really don't care, it's okay if I get it. If it, you know, I'm cool if I get it, I'm cool if I don't. But if it's good, you're definitely gonna do it. But I've been there But I ain't never thought about how he got that. I just like, damn, he cold. I'm just mad. I'm just not getting it. That's how
Right.
I look
But
at it.
I
But I'm
mean,
not sitting there like,
so you saying
damn, where you
that
pick that up at?
that never came in your mind because why?
No.
Okay.
I just was like, damn, he cold as hell. I'm like,
Okay.
damn, you know what I mean? Hey, and I'm just enjoying it. Mad that I'm just not getting it. That's what be going on in my head. I ain't sitting there like trying to
Okay.
cherry pick him. Like, where you saying that?
Right.
I mean,
It
you
was
can pretty much tell if he a low key freak or how he feels to you. I mean, it's levels to this. You can,
I mean, I'm just
figure
saying,
some stuff
if a
out.
person if a person go all out on the first day, sexually all out, and they do all types of performing acts, and you trying to figure out, like, man, do you do this to anybody you first
Okay.
meet? That's what I'm trying to get to the point. That's what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, because you can have someone, and I had an ex that someone told me just slept with someone that I knew of, and they said the young lady, because well, me and him together, he never acted that way, but they said the young lady had, when she got him there, she had a fruit basket and she had some whipped cream and a whole bunch of stuff, and she was just doing all kind of stuff. He said he damn near fell down the stairs getting up out of her house, and he never messed with her no more. And when he was telling his girl, that's how I found out from her. I was friends with her. She was just like, man, he said such and such. She was like, you and him, y'all cool and was together. I was like, yeah, but he was just like, he couldn't take, she just messed him up in the head, and he's freaky, but he couldn't take it, and he's just like, and the girl got mad at her because she thought that she, because she saw the game why he wasn't messing with her, and they had almost a fight over it. She was like, I ain't told him nothing. The girl did not know that he told her it was because of the whipped cream, the cherries. She started off with the banana in her mouth, and she was just doing all kind of stuff, and he was just like sitting there like, what is she doing to me?
See, now that's my point. That's what I'm talking about. When they come so strong like that, you have to ask yourself, question yourself, who else have they done like this if they're doing it to me?
But no, that's coming strong. I'm talking, what I said that'll blow her is like you and her just making love or having some real good sex, and she do this new move. Now that's different if you ask. Now if we just getting together, then I get you to my house, throw you on my couch, and I got this basket of fruit. That's something totally different. But if we've been together and we're having sex and we're making out or whatever, then I do this little move or turn around on you or whatever.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
I understand.
That's different.
Now that's different.
Right.
That's different. That is
different.
But
off rip, yeah, that'll mess me up. But you can still be with someone, and then sometimes they could do too much too.
Yeah.
Because I had a person, like, stop, wait a minute, hold on, and they're like, what's wrong with you? Because I'm just like, okay, this nigga going too, too much. He made me start wondering, well, how much of a freak are you? But
I asked that question.
Give you those feelings.
Hold it, sister.
I asked that question because of that, because I do like to have a woman's perspective on this, but from a man perspective, sometimes you can be like, all right, this is professional level oral sex I'm receiving, and this ain't just someone who this is a man or no, where you been? Like sometimes
even if she on professional level, that doesn't mean she didn't went through a lot of men to be on professional level. What if she was in a long-term relationship and she got to professional level with that man? This be the problem, because we start overthinking too much sometimes. What if she was with her man or her husband for 5 or 6 years, and she started at the bottom at 0, and by the time she finished with him, she was at 100, and then now you sit with her, and she's really perfecting what she do. It doesn't necessarily mean you got bodies all the time.
When you sit there and play cards, I can tell by how you shuffle the deck if you've been around the block a few times. Okay. A man know what he's dealing with.
Okay, but then if you know that, then you need to, it's time for you to walk away. But if you keep overthinking everything that she does,
it's not that. It go back to the topic. How do I know if I could trust her? Now, if I feel like she done been around, we might just have fun. If you out here getting professional level oral sex, I don't know if I want to wife you.
If she give you good sex, that means she's been around.
Ain't no rookie.
It's just like you got certain hairdressers. Some can do hair men, and you got some that's just cold out the gate. Does that mean, you know what I mean? She didn't work for a whole bunch of hairstylists and she was connected to this company over there. It doesn't mean that. I think he's kind of overthinking some of it a little too much. Some people just naturally good at what they do. That's with anything.
That is true. That is true.
And that could be true. But if you know, every time she busts a move or spin around on your pit, you know, and you, oh, where you get that from? You gonna blow up. Like I said, you could feel people out, but you just shouldn't be so like game conscious. I mean, every time someone do something, it doesn't necessarily mean that, like I said, they doing numbers, they got bodies. It don't necessarily mean that. She should be able to do that. And if you observing her and learning her, and you know you watching, not like just watching like a predator, but you could pretty much know if she's a good girl. She may be cold and being outside of bed, and you analyze her. You like, no, she's a good girl. She's just good at sex. She's good at what she do. You got to give her a chance. Every time you taking everything she do and you running with it, it ain't gonna never last. Because if every time I turn around, I'm like holding my head. I'm like, this is for again. But I had a real nice looking guy. I mean, sexy, real fine. I'm quite sure he was good in there. But everything he said is something. Well, what if your friend, you know, you tell me about a big mother. Her friend holds him. When she go out there, I know she wants. I'm just like, why she got to be horn? Because they ain't on everything. And I just like, I could never sleep with him. If I do something tiny bit, it's not nigga shut up. We just take this and then go ahead. And it got to a point, as cold as he was, in passing it, I couldn't deal. I'm like, no, everything is an issue. You know, everything was an issue. And I just like, no, I can't
hold it right there.
Right here.
Hold it right there.
Okay.
Now you just gave us a woman's perspective. Now let me give you a man's perspective of this, like the same scenario. Now, men, when we meet a star or somebody that's real beautiful, attractive to us, I mean, we're attracted to them. And when they open their mouth up and when they foul mouth and all, it makes them ugly. It makes them ugly. I mean, they can have everything that we desire. But if their conversation, their ugly ways, it takes all the beauty away. All the beauty away. Beauty
all
away.
Of it away.
Yeah. And you see it. You see some beautiful, dressed up, nice ladies, but their energy is so masculine. You can't help them with nothing. I'm
gonna tell you.
They too independent. I'm gonna let you talk. They're too independent.
Okay.
They know everything. I'll talk you. Listen when I'm talking. But go ahead, sister.
Okay. I said it's a time and place for everything, right? Because some ways that I can go, but if you see the way I present myself, you wouldn't believe that I can go there. But it's a time and place for everything. You know what I mean? And I'm in the street, I'm one way. And sometimes when I be that way, sometimes I have to, because I think sometimes people think it's a little too sweet. And I just feel like you just have absolutely no idea what this other side of me is. So like I said, it's a time and a place for everything. You know, carry yourself. If you carry yourself the right way, you know, if I'm loosening up and I'm around my man, I'm being myself. Yeah, I'm going to be myself. But when we out in the street, you know, I know how to act. I'm not going to sit up uptight all day. You know what I mean? And I'm going to have my say and stuff. And like you said, some of them are too independent. It's okay to be independent, but you know, as long as you just not, I don't need no man. I can be independent, but I have to say that over and over again, and you know, throwing that up in the guy's face and just stressing that. Like I said, it's how you treat people. I don't have to say that, you know, to get that across. You know, I'm independent.
Right. Any women out there, there is an exception to the rule. I'm gonna say that always screaming that to a man. I don't need no man. Now,
you don't have to say that.
Hold it, sister. That's a turn off to a man. That is a pure
turn off to me.
Right. That's a turn off. And now you have some men. They prey on women independence. She got a nice house, job, car, income. They played on that. They play on that.
Yeah.
And if a man can get you start feeling sorry for him, sympathizing with him, he got you. He got you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking at a man the way you look at your son and your daughter, you got. You been had. Seriously. Seriously. I hate to say it. He playing with your emotions.
Yeah.
He using you.
Yeah.
He using you.
Yeah. I tell my friend that. Yeah.
Some women, you thinking you having pity and all that he need me and all that he want me. Listen, it's game. Game is being ran on you, sister. I'm telling you the truth.
Yep. Yeah. I told my friend that a guy came in and he stayed here for 10 days. I said, 10 days. You let him stay there 10 days. I said, why you didn't have him up at your house? Well, I didn't know if he had somewhere to go. That's not your issue. He came from somewhere. He can go back there. Like you said, it's game. When you start looking at it that way, you'll get got every time. And that's exactly what had happened.
I'm telling you.
I was like, yeah, no business behind you. I said, that was a red flag right
you
there.
You have some
the first day
men.
you open your door.
You have some men that can pick out a woman. Great.
Mm-hmm.
They can smell that money and they know how to get it out of her. And by the time they done with her, they break her, they on to the next one.
Men can smell anything. Women can too.
Yeah.
My same friend, she said, why do people husband always come at her? I was saying to myself, men can sniff out and smell. They know which one gonna go in the group, baby. That's not a compliment. He knew which one to go.
Mm-hmm.
You was the one. You know, she figured, oh, somebody husband. No. He knew who he figured who would lay with him, knowing that he's someone's husband. That's not a compliment.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah.
Like you said, people can tell. Yep.
Yeah, well, I always say when you just having fun and doing that and you out of the will of God and, anything happen, baby happen, disease happen, all that, and we wonder why a lot of us, like, why is this happening on me? I love him. Or he crying about her, I love her. But it's not in the will of God what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
It can happen.
Mm-hmm.
God don't bless no mess.
That's what I told her.
He don't bless no mess.
He's good. He's going to be right. I said, he don't bless no mess. I said, don't try to use God to justify your BS because it's not going to work. And if you think, I just tell him, look at how I said, pay attention and watch how he treats her. And I think that just goes over the head. I said, just pay attention. Just look at how he treats her. Trying to let you know he's going to do you worse. That's the difference between you and her. Because you indulging in it. And I told her, men are different. They look at stuff different. And she's like, what do you mean? I said, they look at stuff different. I said, even though he's indulging in it with you, he's cheating with you, men view it different. She said she didn't understand that. I said, nah, he's never going to be right for you.
I want to ask you a personal question, my dear sister, since I got you on here. Good to close it a little bit. What is it that you want from a man?
Just to be treated right. Just, keep a smile. I mean, when I say keep a smile on my face, he ain't got to do all these things. Lips in the floor.
Listen, hold on.
Be right.
I'm not, hold it, sister. Hold it. I'm not talking about the people. I'm asking you. What are you? I'm asking you. I don't need no other women's opinion. I'm talking about you.
Good communication. That's the first one, because if I see something, I'm gonna address it. So good communication is the first thing. So I think like we can communicate and talk about it, because I don't like to be the one to like be so quick to just walk off. You know what I mean? So if we could talk about this and we can get this straight, you don't get so many chances. I'm not gonna give you a lot, but communication, respect, a little compromise, and just try to just think before you do things. You know what I mean? Take me in consideration when you make decisions about anything. Or, even when it comes to another woman doing, you have some people that like to get in your guy's face or your woman's face or just want to be extra, just think about how to handle that person so that I won't be uncomfortable, or you know what I mean? Just make me secure in the relationship. And security doesn't always mean money. And I always tell people when I say that, it doesn't mean, something monetary. It's just keep the relationship secure, which means, if any trouble comes our way, that you address it. You know what I mean? Do you know that old song, I'm Your Man?
Mm-mm.
Do you know that song?
No, I don't know it.
Well, he breaks it down in that song, what I feel.
Oh.
But yeah, that's how I look at it. Commitment, security, respect, communication. Like I said, everything else will work itself out
Okay.
if we get
Now,
all of those other good things.
now
You
I
know?
want to ask you another personal question. What is it that you want? This I don't know if you're single or what, but I want you to talk as a single. What is it that you want from a man? From a man. What is it that you need from him if he want to date you? What's a must?
What's the must? I just want him to learn the woman that he's with. So therefore, I think if he learn me, if he really get to know me, then I think that'll cut down a lot of problems because he'll know how I am. And then respect me, have my back. You know what I mean? And like I said, just communicate with me. Just be there. Just love on me. I don't really require like a whole lot of big things.
Okay.
I'm I'm an easy lover,
Okay.
not an easy
Well,
date, but an
let me
easy
ask you a
lover.
question.
Just, keep it.
What is it that you can bring to a table of a man?
Oh, I'm bringing what I asked him that I want. I'm bringing that too.
What?
I'm
Set it out.
gonna give him back what I just told you. I need that him to be secure in the relationship and make him comfortable in the relationship, communicate with him and things like that. We're gonna get this back to each other. We're gonna exchange this. But I don't really live by the what's that, reciprocity or whatever that word is. I don't always expect, if it's like if I tell you I love you at that moment, I don't expect you to say I love you at that moment too. You know what I mean? I may know you love me. I only do that to a certain extent. But sometimes that can cause a problem because maybe you may feel some a little more than this person feels. And then if they don't answer the way you want, the way you bring it to them, then now you got a problem with it. So that's why I go to a certain extent.
Okay.
With that. I hear a lot of people say that's what you're supposed to get. Yeah, you do, but you can't always expect someone. You may fall for that person before they fall.
I have another question for you too. If your partner asks you in a good voice, that outfit you have on, babe, I don't like it. Would you change it before we go leave? What would be your reaction?
Now, if it's reasonable, now be honest. Okay, I like some sexy stuff. Now I like cleavage, like low cut shirt kind of, but in a sexy way. You know what I mean? But and this with Kiki too. When I had seen what she did, if now you be real with yourself, you know what you got on. Now, if I know it's just a little, I was just telling someone that if I know it's a little too, provocative, showing too much, then and it's in reason, yeah, I would change it. This is like if I'm hanging around somewhere and he said, well, you know what, baby, I don't like you over there with some guys. Don't go over there. Don't be over there. And it's making them uncomfortable. I'm not gonna go over there. I'm not gonna be there. I'm not even gonna question like, well, why you don't want this is what not making them comfortable. I'm not gonna go there. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. And if I'm being real with myself and I know what I got on, that okay, well, I'll take it off. I'll just take it off. If that's, especially if we're together, I'm gonna take it off. Now, if he allowed me to wear it when I'm just with the girls, that's okay. It's cool. But if he just, but if it's just a problem, no. But I expect him to do the same in return as far as that. If we could talk to each other about stuff like that, it's cool. That's why I said compromise. I'm okay with compromising. You know, I might love the outfit, but if it doesn't make it, if he's not comfortable with it, then no, I could find something else that's sexy, just as sexy to wear.
Mm.
That, you know, if it's like it's showing too much of the body, I can cover it up. I could be sexy in anything. You know what I mean? Whether it's showing the skin or not, you can be sexy in anything. But I'll compromise a little bit. You know, like
Now-
you just talking crazy every time I put something on. I'll take that off. No, we're not gonna do that.
Okay. Okay. Well, because, you know, we live in a day and age now where leggings is the norm. You got your crouch showing. You got your cleavage showing.
Mm-hmm.
You got your butt. You got your thongs up your butt. You can see your booty clapping and stuff like that. Now, the dress, women dress is so sexualized now. It gives you an illusion of them. You see every cut and corner of their body, and it gives you illusion. And when that type of energy is sent off, it sends men's antenna up. They looking like, oh my God, they're using their imagination. They're not thinking marriage. They thinking bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a man. I know how we think.
Mm-hmm.
They think of bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I always say it's all. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
when we see that, now it's pleasure to the eyes, but we're not taking you home to meet mama. We're just not. We're going to leave you outside where we found you. You might not never meet our parents. You know, me, I'm talking about men. And we look at you like a toy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we looking like, okay, did she look in the mirror before she left out? But guess what? She don't care. I don't care either. I'm just going to get what I want to get and I'm going on. A lot of men thinking like that now. They're not thinking marriage.
Women think that way too.
Yeah, I know it. And that's why we had the problems we have
Because the one
right
I
now.
told you that have an issue all the time with his mouth,
Mhm.
I said that's as far as I could take him because I can't put up with the rest of that.
Mhm.
So that worked both ways. But with the clothing and the dressing, because I don't dress like no nun, I don't dress like no hooker. You can put on whatever you want to put on. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. You can wear leggings. You can still make leggings look good. It's how you carry yourself and how you wear those.
So you
particular
telling
clothes.
me it's appropriate to wear leggings with your crouch showing? Is that what you're telling me?
No, I mean you can get no. Let me tell you something. When them crouches is showing 9 times out of 10, that's not their correct size.
Okay.
You could put on them the correct way, the correct size, and want no crouch be showing. Some people just be extra and get to doing too much. That's why I say you can wear what you want. You can still be sexy. You can carry yourself like a lady.
Now, what is
And you can still meet someone decent.
what is defined as sexy to a woman? Reveal the skin tight clothes?
No, because my friend said she's gonna act sexy. Sexy is not an act. It's within. It's in. You have to be born with it. If you're not born with it, I mean, that's not true sex appeal.
Well,
it's a state of being.
Let me
it's
say
not
this.
Nothing that you can put on.
Let me say this. Let me just say this.
Mm-hmm.
When I hear women talking about being independent or somebody trying to control them, they're going to have a bunch of baby daddies. That's what they're going to have. No husband. That's what they want. But that might not be their desire to have a husband. They might want to just do what they want to do. So that's not every woman's desire to have a husband. And I understand and I respect that. I respect that. But you was going to say something?
No, go ahead. I'm thinking about everything you said.
So
no, I'm thinking about what you said. Go ahead.
I'm going deep tonight. We still in a relationship. Now, we always hear women say there ain't no good men out there. But when a good man come to you, approaches you, come in your life, you're not ready for what he's ready. He's ready for a commitment. You're not ready for that.
Well,
and I've seen that.
Nah, wait a minute.
Hold on. I've seen that. I've seen it. I'm telling you, a real man that got his stuff together, all points. He's self-sufficient. He got his career going. He got a nice job, whether it's a career or not. He got his own apartment or a house, a car. And he's have an open line of communication with you. He's willing to talk with you and be one with you. But it's sometimes that's too much for a woman. She's not ready for that. Some women not ready for that.
Both ways.
Now it could both ways.
Because I always hear a man say, a man always saying they want a strong woman until they get a strong woman.
No.
And then when they get her.
Listen. A strong woman, listen. A strong woman, and I hate to hear that word strong because, and I say it sometimes.
Right, because it doesn't have to mean masculinity. It
right.
doesn't have to mean
but that's what it's referring to. When they say strong,
that's what
okay.
I hear
define.
Men say
okay,
that
well, define a strong woman to me then. Maybe I need to clarify.
I mean, you could be strong-minded. I mean, you could be strong-minded and not an indecisive person. You know what you want, where you're going, different things like that. They always say a strong woman. They think a strong woman is, oh no, you don't tell me what. This is what they idea. A lot of times, people ideal of being strong is. That's not my ideal of it. And then when I hear it, I just be like, okay.
Well, I'm
everybody
asking.
Not barking.
I'm asking as a man. I'm asking for. I need a woman's point of view. What is defined as a strong woman? That's what I'm asking.
Out there, a woman that can make up her mind, know what she's on, know where she's going, know how to have her say and stuff. She just ain't taking orders all the time with her head down. She able to communicate with a man and also throw back what it is. No, because I heard a man say that a woman, she not listening and she don't. I said, whoa, those are how you talk to children. That's not how you talk to your woman. Because I said, I'm still trying to figure out what do you mean people not listening? That's for children with their parents. If I'm an adult, I have a saying stuff too.
Right.
So you can still be strong without having to, be all confrontational with your man. Like I said, you just strong. Strong enough to handle things if he can't handle stuff.
Now, I've never seen a strong woman and her kids out there, her children out there shooting, killing people, and she don't know where they're at. How strong is she really is?
Wait a minute. If
what I'm saying is
doing stuff.
What I'm saying is, if a woman is strong and she can't control her very household, how really strong is she? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I hear this term all the time. I got this, I got that.
Is this a single woman? Is this a single woman?
Yeah. Hold it. I hear women say,
well, she shouldn't be left there to be strong in the first place.
Right.
The father should
well,
be in
no,
the
that ain't what we talking about. But see, no, hold it.
Oh, we don't want to go there, huh?
Hold it. No. I didn't want to go. You over talking me. That's what I'm at. I'm still talking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying,
okay.
How could you classify yourself as strong and you can't run your household, your children? You paying the bills.
Okay.
You keeping up with the notes, the rent, the food, and all that, but you can't run what really matters, your children. What's so strong about that? That's all I'm saying. What's so strong about that? Don't bring me that strong woman stuff. And here's it, 12 o'clock. You don't know where your baby, your teenager.
Most women don't run around and say that that's what they are.
Oh, I hear it all the time.
Men always say they want a strong woman. I don't hear. You know what?
I don't hear men say they want a strong woman.
Around people like that, and you in company of people like that, you need to get you some little people to be around. I tell people all the time, just like women, I need a man with 6 figures. I said, where do you guys find these people where they be talking like that? Maybe you need to find new people to be around, because some of that sounds crazy.
Well, some of them
don't have 6 figures.
Yeah, why would
you need to move around and find you some new people to be with?
Why would a 6-figure man deal with a woman with a bunch of babies? He don't have to. He gonna get a woman with no babies and shower her with gifts. Why? You don't have to do that. Why go in a relationship, a ready-made relationship, and he's 6 figures? He don't have to do that. That's his choice. He don't have to do that.
When I hear that too, Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
It'd be a flip side. It's a flip side to everything. Two sides of the coin. Because then those same women, like I tell people, I say, women live to get a certain age, then their children age out. Then that's why I tell men, watch what you say, because then when you deal with a woman whose children aged out, then I hear you come along with your 3 baby mothers and your little 6-year-olds. Do that woman that's 35 and 40 want to deal with you? Then you wouldn't like it if she turned her nose up.
Mm-hmm.
Because if she lived to get that age, women get the side eye too. Oh no, baby, my kid 20 years old. I ain't got time to be bothered. How many baby mothers she got? 4, 5. You got some 6-year-olds. So it goes both ways. Right?
Of course, it goes both
put
ways.
The women down. It can turn it around because like I said, the woman after she done raised her, she get about 40. She looking nice and she looking good and still dating. Now she's side eyeing whoever coming in her life now with these fresh new babies. Because men have for a long time. They still make the babies for, no matter they 50, 55, they still making them. Then they don't think that's fair for us to start looking at them that way. I don't judge nobody like that. Because first of all, them his children.
Mm-hmm.
I be cordial and be nice to them. I ain't got to take care of them. Them his.
Yeah.
I'm minding my own business. I ain't got nothing to do with you. What you and your baby mama got going on, y'all just leave me on out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, only way I will say something, if I think the man is not being fair and taking care of his child the right way, I'll put him off to the side and that's not right. You can't do this, you can't do that. Other than that, whatever you and your baby mama got going on and how y'all treat them, take care of y'all kids, go ahead. I don't want no part of that. As long as she don't say nothing to me and deal with you, I'm good. That's how I look at it. So I ain't got no reason to judge you about how many kids you got, because I'm not trying to get in the middle of that.
Mm-hmm.
This is what y'all had going on before I came along. Y'all continue to do that.
Okay. I feel you on that.
Watch me, and I ain't gonna overstep my, but just like my friend, I had a friend that said, "Well, I want to go to the graduation. You need to sit down somewhere. That's not your child. I don't care what you've been doing for her, how you've been helping her. That's a day for her mother and her father to be there at the graduation. You ain't got no business there. What you going there for?" She said, "Well, what do you mean? But that's not your kid. Let that lady have her day."
That can go.
No.
If she
just go sit down somewhere. You going there for other reasons.
That's your opinion.
All.
That can go either way. That can go either way with me. What you just said, that can go either way.
Over infused about going to a graduation that it's not even her kid. You going there to watch to see what he's doing with his baby mother. They ain't got nothing but balloons and flowers.
Let me ask you a question. Was she in that child's life? Did she help her out during the process?
I agree with that, Arthur Lewis. What do you say?
I asked if that lady helped his daughter out, gave her money, supported her, counselor. Why not? She should be invited to the graduation. I don't see a problem with that.
It's okay with being invited, but I'm just going to kindly decline. It's okay. You can invite me. Go. Oh no, baby, that's okay.
But that's you though.
Well, what do I need to be there for?
Right. That you might not listen. Listen.
The mother probably don't even want me there.
Well, this is what I know about a woman.
That's her daughter. That's her day.
See,
her child's
you got some cold. I'll be scared of you because you got some cold love right there. It's cold. I'm gonna call it lukewarm. I'm gonna tell you why.
I feel like I'm being in the way.
No.
I'm gonna
tell you why. First of all, any man that deal with a woman that have children, that's a package deal. Any woman that deals with a man that have children, that's a package deal. And any man that's interested in a woman that have children and he like her, he's going to help her out with her children, vice versa.
I did not say
no, but listen with me. I ain't saying that, but I'm just saying. Listen. I've known women to watch football with their boyfriend and don't know what's going on. Just because he enjoyed watching football, she wanted to be in his presence, so she started liking football and put on her jersey. Now she don't know nothing about no football.
For you, Martin. I like it, and I'm gonna learn about it. I like it, but I'm not gonna just sit there. I got to know what the game is, so I could jump up too. So I learn the game, and I do sit with my guy with that. But you do got some women that just put it on, look cute,
but
and
I'm
sit
just
and watch.
saying,
No, I need to know what's
some
going on.
women that's into their man, whatever their man is into, they make it their business to get into that. And give you an example.
Okay, I understand.
So that goes to show, see, one thing, there's a level of support. When you see a woman makes her man interest, her interest, she's into that man. She's into him. You know, I'll just give you an example. Here's a man.
I never said
I'm just telling you,
I just said
I would be
wouldn't go to the
afraid of you.
graduation. That's all I said.
I know.
I just said I won't go to the graduation,
Yeah.
but I'll do everything else. I'm just gonna let them have that moment. That's what I was saying. I didn't say I wouldn't do nothing. I just let them have that moment. That's all.
I mean, you listen. I'm like this. If I'm dating a
I could be
lady,
throwing her a party after the graduation,
Yeah, you could.
anything. But that moment right there, I don't just let them have their moment with their child. That's just how,
Well,
that's,
I mean,
that's it.
every
Let
moment,
them do
every
their
moment,
thing. We can take pictures before she
Eh,
leave out. To the
every
house. We'll
moment
take some when she
is
come
the
back.
mother and the father, child. That's their moment. That's the child. Period.
This is
You
their
just-
child graduation.
Right. Well, I
Yes.
mean, listen. When I went to my son's graduation, my daughter's graduation, my kid's mother boyfriend was there. I didn't get mad.
I mean, that's cool.
I mean, what I'm gonna do? I mean, he in their
ain't
life.
saying I'm
I
getting
mean,
there. I'm just saying I ain't got time
Right.
to be
I
sitting
mean,
there.
that's-
I knew she was going to be nosy.
right.
They
Well,
go there, what you going there watching and looking for? They're not doing anything.
well, I differ
You know,
on you
that's
on that.
how I felt about the situation at the moment.
I differ.
Yeah, but you sometimes know what certain people are trying to, you know what I mean?
Right.
Trying to do when they bring something to you. And it was one of them situations. I just know you just trying to watch.
Yeah. Well,
And so you're not going there for the right thing, right? You're not going there for the right thing. You're going there on something else. You're trying to see what's going on. And if that's what you're trying to do, I think you shouldn't be going there.
7708. Let me hear from you, man. We're gonna get to close out.
Mm-hmm.
7708. I know you said.
I'm just listening right now. I'm just listening.
Oh, okay.
Listening to what the woman said she wanted.
Your phone went on mute. Go ahead. Your phone went on mute.
I'm just listening and learning
Okay.
right now. That's all. I'm sitting back
Okay.
taking notes.
Okay. Perfect. I mean,
So the
Let me-
woman who on the line. You single, right?
For me, no.
Yes.
I just know. Just got into something. Why you
I
say
can't hear you. What you say?
I said no. Well, it was a little while
Okay.
ago.
Oh, okay.
are you dating to get married or you just dating?
To get married.
Okay. It's nice because some people just date and they're going with the wind, whatever wind blow they go. They and have no goal, no end goal, no purpose.
Exactly. I was telling someone that, like, where is this going? What is it you're trying to do?
That should be established in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
That should definitely be established in the
Exactly.
beginning.
So a person know what they're around for,
Right.
But you don't wait and then, but, oh, well, I thought you were going to, you didn't thought anything because you haven't even had a discussion with this man.
Okay. All right. I guess that's going to conclude what I could have more questions, but I feel these eyes dropping. I think we've been on here an hour, 39 minutes. I think I did good today. I think I did well today. So we got some things off our chest and looked at some different perspectives. Perspective of a man and perspective of a woman. And we think different. We totally two different things. You guys are female, we males, and we think different. We do things different. What's that noise?
I don't know, but it doesn't have to be hard. Love doesn't have to be hard. And
Right.
difficult.
Right. So, and and they say love is complicated. I see people don't have that on their status. Love is complicated. In a relationship, it's complicated. I don't know what they mean by that, but
Me either.
well,
It ain't complicated.
I tell you,
complicated as you make it.
I tell you, anybody that's listening to this live today and it's going to review it, if you're looking at it, if it's not live not right now, one thing you cannot get back is time. You can make some more money, but you cannot retract yourself that time. That time that you spent with somebody and you feel like it was a waste, it is. It was a waste of time.
Yep.
So we have to be careful.
That's the advice I give people.
Yeah. We have to be careful who we give our time to, who we give our heart to, who we give our talents to. We have to be careful, people, both males and females. No one particular gender, both.
Yeah.
So we got to watch that time.
Yes, I tell everybody, one thing you can't get back in that time. So don't waste time in a relationship. You see it's not going away or it's not what you're looking for, then you need to exit. I tell everybody, the one thing you can't get back. So important.
Yeah. And I'm going to say this too. For those of you that is in a rocky relationship and you decide, well, let's just go get married and things will get better. That's not necessarily true. So don't think that don't work out like that all the time. Quit looking at the Hollywood.
No kids and no rings.
Yeah.
That's right.
I heard that. That's it. All right, people, I gotta go.
All right.
Call in number 872-299-0808 or 872.
You already know what it is.
Live,
uncut,
89. That's what I want to play. You already know what it is.
You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil.
All right. And I love being black.
See you next time.
All right.
All right.
Peace out. All
Bye-bye.
right. Thank y'all for tuning in. This live, uncut, unedited from your boy Martin G. Johnson, a.k.a. the Crime Chaser. Live, uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. Peace out.